Hey, pleased to be joined by Jared Bycznski, Purdue class of 2020, offensive lineman Jared from Berea, Ohio. And Jared, from my recollection, Berea is where the Cleveland Browns train, correct?
Yes, sir. Right in our backyard. So it's good to have them around the corner.
It is. I imagine you're a Browns fan, huh?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
As difficult as that must be sometimes.
Sure is.
Hey, I always like asking you guys, given the pandemic, everything being shut down, a lot of gyms have been shuttered and closed. How have you stayed in shape and continued lifting?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy at first. We initially started out with my father and our Polak attitude. We were outside with some ladders and some paint cans. We were squatting tents and stuff.
Okay.
But fortunately, I was lucky enough to across a player named Eric Cush. He's going to be with the Raiders this upcoming season.
Hmm.
We've been working out at the same place before all this stuff happened, and we created a bond. And we were texting back and forth trying to figure out what we were going to do. And he's like, hey, I got all this weight equipment out in Kansas City at my old house. Do your parents mind if we go take a trip out there and pick all that up? I said, no. So we went out there, loaded it up in his trailer, drove all the way back. And I've been fortunate enough to be working out with him in his garage and learning from him with all his different lineman techniques and different tips and tricks of the next level of football as well. So,
Gotcha. So you've been able to get by and maintain your lifting, it sounds like.
yes, sir.
Hey, up front, I see, I guess you played all five positions in high school. Where do you think you figure in at Purdue along the offensive line? In the interior somewhere, guard or center?
Yeah, definitely in the interior, guard center. I know I could do both. I've been practicing both. We were fortunate enough to get a college ball, and we've been up on the turf and stuff, snapping and working with that, just getting used to the different sides of the football, and just different techniques, learning how to punch when your hand is on the ball and you have to go to the right or go to the left, that sort of thing. So been working a little bit of everything, and just trying to stay as competitive and making sure that we have all the boxes checked off for when we come.
Hey, as far as your strengths go on the field as a lineman, what do you think you excel at? Are you maybe more of a run blocker than a pass blocker at this point? Is your strength good? Are you a quick guy? Sort of give me an idea of the type of offensive lineman you are and what your strong suit is.
Yeah, I mean, I have really quick feet. I like to think that when in doubt, if I'm in trouble, my feet are there to recover and help me recover. And I'm just trying to work on everything as of right now. Thinking in my head, listen, you're a young buck coming in with all these older guys, and I have to be prepared for anything. So starting back from square one and working on the basics and excelling from that there on.
What type of offense did you guys have in high school? Was it more of a run offense or a pass offense or a mix of both?
Yeah, it was a RPO. We kind of ran all over, but it was interesting. We were a vertical pass set team my freshman year, and then we kind of transitioned to the traditional and to some slide pro type stuff. So I've seen and ran it all, to be honest. And if something gets thrown my way, I should be able to pick it up very easy.
Berea Mid Park, is it a big school? You play the large classification in Ohio?
Yeah, we're in the Division I of Ohio.
Okay.
We play all the great teams in our playoffs, like St. Ed, St. Ignatius, Menor, all those top dog schools that we would go up against.
So you saw the top competition in Northeastern Ohio.
Yes, sir.
I got you. Hey, what was it about Purdue that appealed to you and made you push the button and decide to go there?
Yeah, I mean, both my brothers went through it, and learning from their experiences, I went into it with one goal in mind, and that was academic. Because when in doubt, that's plan B and the fallback. So I was looking at different education and learning about all that type of stuff. And they have a really great engineering program and construction management program. And when they offered, it was a no-brainer. And then all those little things that people look forward into colleges just started slowly trickling behind. And from there on out, I fell in love with Purdue.
And again, where exactly did your brothers go? I mean, I remember talking to your high school coach, but tell us a little bit about your brothers.
Yeah, my oldest brother, Zach, he went to Cincinnati, and he played center guard as well. And then I actually have another brother who's currently at Buffalo,
Okay.
and he's a quarterback. So I got to protect him for a little bit, and that was pretty sweet. So
How do you end up being a quarterback?
I don't know. We always joke around and said that I got the table scraps, and he didn't get too much.
Hey, wasn't your dad involved with coaching you?
Yes, he was. He was our offensive line coach,
Okay.
and it was a double-edged sword sometimes because you got it at the field and then you got it at home as well.
Yeah.
And then, but I think it really turned out for the better good, due to just if I needed some help, he was always there.
Sure.
And like I said, we had to do a bunch here as well. And then with my brother being a quarterback, you had that too. So Ma was on top of me every now and then if I had a guy squeak by or something. So with all that, I mean, when we talk about a brotherhood, that was a legit brotherhood,
Sure.
and really helps me focus on the teammates that we have next to us, even on the offensive line. Like, hey, these guys are going to stick with me no matter what. And I think with all that happened, it truly created what we call a family around all these different football programs.
And you'll have a brotherhood with your Purdue teammates, obviously, Jared. You have, I think, 4 offensive linemen in your class, counting you. You know, Gus Hartwig and Josh Kaltenberger came to campus early. You and Nayland Fox will arrive this summer. I mean, you guys have a group text. Have you already sort of to bond a little bit?
Absolutely. I mean, you just saw right there, my face kind of lit up just thinking about it, because as soon as they got on campus, the group chat started blowing up. Hey, how's the atmosphere? Hey, what do we need to work on? Hey, what do we need to focus on? And same thing back and forth. They were saying, hey, make sure you got this going on, that sort of thing. So we're always looking out for each other. We're there for each other. And it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be a bond throughout our years at Purdue and playing. And it's going to be a special one for sure.
I imagine you were picking Josh and Gus's brain quite a bit. They're already sort of taking the plunge, I guess, and gotten the lay of the land. I'm sure you're really curious and anxious. And like I said, we're probably picking their brain to get an idea of what it's going to be like when you get there, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Hey, you going to be number 77 at Purdue?
No, I don't think so. I'm not too sure about the numbers. I don't really have a preference. I'm just ready to get my hand in the dirt and get going.
Who are you going to live with on campus?
I'm going to live with Nayland.
Okay. He's a good guy from Pontiac, Michigan, a big, tall, rangy guy.
Yeah.
And so, again, I don't know, did I ask you, what do you want to study? Do you want to study building construction, engineering? Or?
Yeah, construction management is what I'm going to end up majoring in.
Okay, like I said, Purdue's got a great program for that, Jared. All right. And I imagine you're probably getting to campus early June, huh?
Yeah, with all this stuff, we still not sure. The last date that we were given was June 3rd, and nothing has changed yet. So we're all ready to hit the floor running on June 3rd.
I imagine. Well, we look forward to seeing you at some point, Jared. Safe travels. And again, I know a lot of people are excited to see you and the other linemen and everybody in the class of 2020 develop. Appreciate your time, sir. Be good and take care.
Absolutely. You too. Thank you.